find a language to speak to it. James Deane versus Daigo Saito. Lots of championship titles at the same time on the track, and Deane begins this heat as the leader, and Saito does the push and moves across the no-go zone. Deane does the transition, works to the first outside flip, moving towards the deceleration zone, and Saito is there. And they are almost there, almost simultaneously. They ignore the point, work through the second outside flip. They're very close. Saito is very close to James. Them, serve them, whatever. Everything is very complicated, and still she succeeded. Thanks to her support, her effort, we see this incredible team of eyeball racing. And James Deane is here. He does the initiation in sync with Daigo Saito, and there was a contact of wheel to wheel. Then the transition inside loses the angle, and he's trying to continue moving and controlled slide again. How is his wheel after the contact, I wonder? No, they continue moving, and they get through this crazy correction, and he almost angled it down by the finish. And so now there is a decision. James Deane goes to top 16. Top 8, wow, that is cool. Maybe Denis Miguel joins them if he can passes this guy, moving into the next heat as a leader. James Deane, the eyeball racing driver, the most titled driver of the planet, I believe, and he gets pushed by Denis, but he continues moving on the score section of the track. And that was awesome. That was a very strong push, in fact. The starting light is on, and this is the by run of James Deane from Eyeball Racing. He looks so committed, even the cameraman couldn't catch this Silvia S14. Yes, this is Silvia S14. If you know, this is just camouflage, let's say so. Such a beautiful design. So, of course, the judges declare the obvious. We wish Deane versus James Deane. Damir Deane was the third after the qualifiers. One run was enough to get the third rate. And James Deane was the sixth. He was in the first group when it was too cold. Damir is doing the free dashi with a less angle than Deane. They're running two dash and go one. The transition, the first outside flip. James is very close. James is clinched to the rear wing of Altessa. No incidents here. Touch and go 2 is taken, and the last transition of Damir Deane was kind of weird. Nothing extraordinary demonstrated by Damir Furidashi. Let's see what James Deane has to offer. Now he is the leader, the Furidashi, and they are now going to the first touch and go. James Deane offered a bit narrower line, but this is still within the judge's touching. The wheel slips off the asphalt with at least one of his wheels, and James Deane is going on the outside edge of the track, very beautifully passing the no-go zone. Then he comes close to the inner clip, and Damir is trying to catch up with James. The judges didn't discuss it for too long. They sent James Deane to the semi-finals. Here they go. Here they go, 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 go. Run in. Evgeny Losov as a leader. He begins the stand-up run. Deane initiates a little far, but then he approaches. He tries to cut this gap, but Losov chooses the narrowest line of all possible and creates air between the cars. And Deane is doing everything to bring this advantage to the minimum. And this is what he's doing by the inner clip. But then the distance rises near the first touch and go, and then Deane has to run. The light goes green, and that's James Deane doing his lead run. If Losov does the forward dash right, we may hope that he doesn't let James go. If Losov cuts with the no-go zone and touch and go 1, James goes very wide, and Losov ignores the first outside flip, not to let the leader go. The angle of Toyota is a little less, and Lawson had to do something with it, and he did something near the clipping point. And now he's trying to get as close to James Deane as possible. The lower. And this is the result. Yevgeny Losov is in the final. And now this is Georgi Chevchan versus James Deane. Forward Auto versus IMOL Racing. Domination continues. In top 4, Arkady Serebrytsov is the only one who has a different configuration engine and different brand engine. So here we go, the initiation in sync. James Deane does it very nice. No understeer this time. No falling off the boost. But he didn't guess the moment of transition. He fell off Gotcha a little bit here. Now we need to catch up. But the line is too broad and Gotcha goes away. He goes too far. And yes, and the car of James Deane even slips off the track. At least one of the wheels was out. It looks very much like S15. Okay, here we go. James Deane is now the leader and Gotcha will do his chase run. And now he is not performing very well. It is hard to go to the no-go zone. And he even touched the greens as well with the front wheel of the S15, the forward auto. The third sector is coming and Gotcha is cutting through, but there is no contact between the cars in the last transition. And Gotcha is reducing the angle plans, and we congratulate Gotcha on the bronze prize of RDS GP.